I would prefer to be taking care of the woman I'm with. So I would be paying for 100% of the bills, finances, meals, stuff like that.
So when you say you want a girl to come home to, are you looking for a slave? Like,
So we're here for our first date. I have Winter and I have Ryan. You guys can ask each other whatever you want. It's your date. I'm not here.
okay.
Cool. Hello, Winter.
Hi.
Is that your real name?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was
So,
born in December, so that's where that came from.
oh, okay. Is that your favorite season, winter?
Yeah, I'm biased, you know. I was born there, so
Okay,
yeah.
I respect that. I had a handful of questions for you.
Oh gosh.
The first thing I wanted to know how old you are, as well as what you do for a living.
I'm in my 30s, and I am a model and a phlebotomist.
Say that. What's that last thing?
Phlebotomist.
Lobotomist.
Phlebotomist.
And what do they do?
I do blood draws, lab work, specimen samples.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Okay, cool. And how long have you been single for?
If you're not single, you're married. So I have been single for a while.
Got you.
Yeah.
And could you describe for me what exactly you're looking for in your ideal guy?
My ideal guy would be someone kind and funny and respectful, and honest, caring, likes to have fun, likes animals, because I like animals.
I fuck with animals heavy.
Okay, cool.
What's your favorite animal?
Wolves and giraffes.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine's monkeys or like an orangutan is my favorite.
Why?
They are so, I'm assuming you've been to the zoo.
Yeah, but I don't like zoos because I feel like it's slavery, but I have been.
Yeah, that shit is actually super sad.
Yeah.
Something about monkeys, because they're so human-like, it's so fascinating to me, and how intelligent they are. I don't know. And I've always been fascinated with Bigfoot since I was like a kid, like Sasquatch and shit. And it's like a real life Sasquatch to me. So I just had to.
I guess I can see that.
Yeah. So now, my kind of last main question is, what about visual types? Like, is there a height requirement you have? Do you have a financial and like what you want your man to be making ideally? Those are things I wanted to know as well.
Height-wise, I prefer taller guys. I'm not gonna say it's a requirement because I've dated guys that were shorter. I do prefer taller.
Like 6'1"?
6-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Melli.
She said 6'3", so that's why I'm like, how tall are you? No, I don't want you to say your height, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, she wants 6'3".
Okay.
I mean, prefer.
Yes.
Okay.
6 at least, maybe, you know.
Gotcha.
But I have dated guys that were like 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", so.
And then where are they now?
Clearly I'm single.
There we
so
go.
They didn't make the cut. But I don't think that didn't have anything to do with their height. That was just their personality and who they were. Finance-wise, you just gotta be comfortable. Like, I just want you to be straight. Like, I don't need a super rich man.
You don't need like an NBA player or something.
If that's what you do for work, that's what you do for work. Like, it doesn't
take
mean, yeah, like, I'm not gonna say, oh, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with you just because that's your career. But you just, I don't need that financially, you know? I just wanna be comfortable. I wanna be able to just have fun and not have to stress about finances and be able to kind of move around and do things without such a burden, you
Okay,
know?
that makes complete sense.
Okay, cool.
So now I know you're the one that's going to be in charge of deciding who you want. So is there anything
Right.
that you want to ask me?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, what is like your ideal first date?
My ideal first date. If I could paint my perfect scene here of the first date would be, I like to do something relatively low key, so I don't do like a fancy dinner or anything like that. I would want something like lunch and then mini golf. That to me would be fun because it's low stress and low pressure.
Yeah, like I'm on that same type of vibe. I don't like dinners on the first date because I think it's kind of boring.
Facts, yeah.
I like to have fun, so like, yeah, we can get some food and go do something because I think activities kind of like make you kind of get to know the person a little bit more. You know?
I agree.
So yeah, I fuck with that. Fuck with that.
And just to add on to that, if we did mini golf, would you want me to let you win?
No.
Okay.
Ain't no let win.
Oh yeah, no, I would destroy you, but
Okay.
bowling too. You like bowling?
I like bowling. I'm not good at it, but I like it.
Yeah. They say either you're good at sex or good at bowling.
What?
It can't be both.
So are you good at bowling?
I suck at bowling.
Oh, all of a sudden.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't do with that what you will, but
So be it. Okay, so what do you do for work?
so I own two media companies, and basically that entails like creating videos, and it's all video content. I graduated with a degree in film and video, so I'm doing what I love for a living, which is really awesome.
So do you like, are you a content creator or are you like in charge of other people's, like do you provide the platform to do other media for other people?
It's a bit of both, honestly.
You be making TikToks?
No, I don't make any TikToks.
You don't be dancing in front of tripods and all that?
None of that.
Okay, good
Yeah.
enough.
Absolutely none of that.
Cool.
But and videos I do make, like recently, to describe to you something I did recently, there was a kid, he was 18 and he was super nerdy, and me and my friend gave him like a makeover, and we did this whole almost like documentary vlog style thing where we gave someone a makeover and gave them new clothes and everything. Stuff like that. It's a lot of real world stuff, but then I also do scripted things as well.
So were you nerdy and became cool to make this guy cool, or like what?
I would never refer to myself as cool personally, but I think I'm 26, so I'm starting to give that unk energy where like I feel like an older brother to a kid who's younger than me, where I could give them guidance, or like I was nerdy, not nerdy, I'm not gonna say that word.
No, it's okay. This is a safe space.
No, because I wasn't a nerd, like that's just not my archetype, but I think I don't know, I just wasn't that confident when I was younger, and then I got to grow into having more confidence and stuff like that, and then the stuff I learned, I like to impart that wisdom on other people.
What gave you that confidence?
What did give me the confidence? Probably being on camera frequently, as well as honestly interacting with women. It's like, I mean, you said you do what, like drawing people's blood and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And the first time you did it, did you nail it and do it perfectly?
No, absolutely not.
But I bet now you're an expert at it.
Yeah, I got it down now.
There we go.
It took some time.
So it's the same way with that. My confidence and ability to speak to the opposite gender specifically came with just repetitions and doing it frequently. And that's what made me better, in my opinion.
So, okay, that's cool. So, like, you're dating right now. Are you looking for like a relationship, or what does that mean? Or are you just playing the field, or what? Why are you here? At
this point, currently, I am looking for a relationship. You know, I'm a lover boy, so I enjoy having a partner and having someone that I can come home to at the end of the day and be booed up with and shit. Like, the endless carousel of different women and stuff will never be fulfilling. It's an endless black hole that I don't want to partake in.
Okay.
What do you think about 50-50?
You asking me?
Yes.
In terms of what? 50-50?
50-50 on the bills, because usually that's what it comes down to.
I am someone who believes in gender roles. I know that's a crazy take these days, but I would prefer to be taking care of the woman I'm with. So I would be paying for 100% of the bills, finances, meals, stuff like that. Yeah.
So when you say you want a girl to come home to, if you are, I guess, financially and like head of household, right? So like, are you looking for a slave? Like, what does that mean? Like, is it like you just want a girl to provide a safe and home space for you, or is it like I'm taking care of this, so you have to like cook and clean and do all the whole things, and like what does that look like?
We could talk about this for an hour and a half, but
Okay, but we don't got that much time.
yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it brief. Basically, I think a woman has the ability to make a house a home. So I would look for someone. What I don't want is a freeloader who sits and does nothing and just has no personality, nothing going for them. I would like somebody who has substance and also takes on a certain level of responsibility when it comes to, let's say, if we have kids, obviously raising the kids, or because I physically can't do everything. You know, I can't.
So you just want balance.
Yeah, I want balance. I want someone who, I don't know. It's a partnership. So if I'm doing pulling a certain level of weight, then I would want my partner to be doing something. But yeah, I wouldn't use the term slave or anything.
You know, like, I feel like when guys say, oh, like, my girl has to cook, she has to clean, she has to do all these things, I feel like it's like, do you want a girlfriend or do you want a slave? Do you want a maid? Do you want a housekeeper? Like, I understand the roles and the balance in, like, bouncing things off of each other and maintaining a household, but it's like, some guys, I don't know, it's like,
Question for you, Winter. In that scenario, are you working or not?
Yeah, always
So
working.
you are working. So,
yeah.
so I guess, Ryan, would it make sense for you? Like, since she's working, you're working too, but I know you're paying all the bills. Do you still expect her to have a meal for you every time you come home, the house to be clean all the time? Or you're a little more flexible because you know she works too?
Great question. I think my ultimate goal is to be with someone who they don't have to work if they don't want to. But that'd be the ultimate goal. What I don't want is a relationship where it's based on counting favors and like, well, I did this for you, so you need to do this for me. I would want someone who would be excited to selflessly do something for me. So if I'm at the event, if I'm at the wherever video shoot or something, and she's like, oh, I just made this really good chicken Alfredo, I really want you to try it. And I'd be like, oh, that'd be incredible. Someone who wants to do something selflessly for me, because I would view myself as a selfless person. Like I said, I don't count favors, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice.
That makes perfect sense.
What would be a deal breaker for the both of you?
Smoking.
Okay.
Weed or hookah?
Honestly, both.
Ooh.
I don't drink, smoke, I've never done drugs.
Oh.
I really care about, I guess, just
Your health?
my health, if we're keeping it honest. Not to say I don't have other vices, like, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, so what are they?
Yeah, I got a bit of a sweet tooth and whatnot, so I'm by no means perfect, but I think just the smell of smoke, it gets on your clothes, it gets in your hair. I'm kind of a clean freak, so.
Clean freak or germaphobe?
Clean freak.
Oh. Okay.
So, Winter, what's your deal breaker?
Oh, man.
Sounds like she smokes.
Yeah, son. And do, but can stop, okay? I'm not an addict.
I'm not addicted, I can stop when I want.
Addict. Deal breakers for me, you know what? I don't like men that I feel like cannot stand up to the world for their relationship. like you can't be too nice. Like I understand, I want a nice man, I want a kind man, but like when it comes down to like respect in a relationship and things like that, it's like if you can't kind of like put your foot down or like honor your relationship against the world, like girls being intrusive or somebody kind of like being in a different space, like that would probably be a deal breaker for me. Like you have to have your wits about you. You have to like be somewhat assertive, and like I have to feel like I can trust you and be safe and know that like if something on the outside world comes against us, you won't be like too timid or too passive to try to like satisfy everybody just to like continue in the world. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
trying to use
I
my
think what
words.
you're also saying is someone with just a backbone.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think this is like a man's responsibility to be able to be the backbone, especially in a relationship, and defend his woman. And yeah, I like that. It's a great that's a great deal breaker. I think men these days are really fucking soft. Like
Yes.
and they're more feminine than ever before. And
They're baddies.
Mm-hmm.
They are baddies. They are the new baddies. That is
Baddies.
correct. Yes, Melli. Like
what's that term they use? Sassy or like
I hear that. Yeah.
a lot of sass, yo. Like, and I don't like it.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're coming to the end of the date, and you have one more question, each of you.
Oh man.
Make it good.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, this one's a little bit crazy. Let me see.
Gosh. Okay.
Let's say you got into God forbid, you got into a terrible accident, and your lady parts downstairs had to be amputated.
Okay.
And you were, let's say you were married.
I just had this conversation. That's so crazy. Go ahead.
What would you do to, quote unquote, satisfy your man if you didn't have a box, so to speak?
That's such a weighted question because there's only, I mean, okay, yes, if your parts don't work and you don't want to cheat or you don't want your man to cheat or vice versa, you have to get creative. You're going to have to kind of introduce some things and ask some questions and get creative. There's other ways to...
What other ways?
I mean, you know, you can use your hands. You can use your mouth.
Okay. I mean, that's
I don't
regular.
know, you
That's
can-
normal, right? Is that...
You can kind of use whatever you got, I guess. It just kind of depends on...
Can you introduce another girl or no?
Maybe? I don't know because I've never been in that situation, but I did just have this conversation like, but it was the roles were reversed. It was like if
The guy.
your husband, like can't be sexually active with you, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna cheat or what are you gonna do? And I just said like, you gotta use other things and maybe buy some things. I don't know. You just gotta get creative, I think. I wouldn't say cheat,
Okay.
but I would say you're gonna have to be honest and have some conversations and understand your partner and what they need and how you can get those needs off first.
Ryan, you like her answer?
Well, that's the thing. There definitely is no right answer. I was curious to see what angle she was going to come at it from. People can take that question. I just was thinking of it in the car on the way up. I thought that might be a good question. I think there's different ways to interpret it. Like keeping someone happy, it could be sexually, or in what other ways would a girl be able to keep a guy happy? Maybe if it wasn't sexual, like maybe there's different ways that a guy could be satisfied other than just sexually.
Yes, but you reference sexually, so then it's like, okay, yeah. So if my parts don't work, then what? Like, what would you feel like you would do? Like, would you be like, all right, I gotta get up out of here, or are we gonna have to come to an understanding, or what would you do?
Are you saying Are you reversing it on me? Like if I didn't have a part or what?
But it sounds like a fucking car.
I know.
If I was missing that one part.
The engine is missing, and it doesn't go vroom anymore.
No, let's do her. Your girl don't have the part. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Okay. I think the immediate, like, simple answer is like, oh, well, just some
Head.
Hocktua is gonna be cool, but I know you know about that.
Did you say Hookah?
I know y'all seen that. That's
I saw it.
I mean,
that's been everywhere. But I think there's also a deeper component than that. Like, there can be a girl that satisfies you sexually, but it's meaningless if they don't satisfy you emotionally and in a deep way as well. Like with just companionship or a whole host of things that a woman can do for a man emotionally.
do you believe in marriage?
I like the concept of it, but I think the way that it works right now, I would like to have a life partner and a family. But the concept of marriage and the way that they do it in the U.S., I'm skeptical of.
Where are you from?
I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Maryland.
But here, Maryland in the U.S.
Say that again?
Because I'm just confirming, like, you're from the U.S., so what does marriage look like in other countries?
Oh, well, I wasn't speaking about necessarily all the other countries, because they do it differently in different places with different cultures. But I think just when it comes to divorces and divorce courts and how alimony
You
and
don't like the paper aspect of it, but you like the idea of having somebody for forever.
yeah, exactly. And I think getting the government involved in my personal relationship, I think, is relatively risky, especially when there could be kids involved and finances and whatnot. And I've heard just a lot of horror stories from, I mean, I'm sure you know people who are divorced. So, and I'm sure you've heard some terrible stories. So it's something I'm skeptical of. What do you think about marriage? To wrap it up. I know we're going over time. I'm sorry, Melli.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I do believe in marriage, and I think that I don't think it's like end all be all, because I feel like you can, find someone and be happy for the rest of your life without that commitment. But I also feel like ultimately it's like, what is the actual commitment? Like it's like I feel like there's a temporary commitment, like a placeholder, until you're actually taking a commitment to say, like, this is the person I want to be with for forever. Like, if that makes sense. It's like making yourself go through, not like the like financial aspect or anything, but you're like, okay, I'm gonna take this on with this person under this, because I want not just us to know, but like I want to like let the world know that, like, as we work through life together, that this is what we are taking on together, if that makes sense.
I feel you. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank you, Winter. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. I'll see you soon.